The words in these choices aren't too bad, so just make sure you're paying attention to the logic of the passage. If we can find something to steal, great. Let's take a look. Business researcher Melanie Brooks and colleagues found that remote video conference meetings may be less conducive to brainstorming than in-person meetings are. I'll wrap my head around that sentence later. The researchers suspect that video meeting participants are focused on staring at the speaker on the screen and don't allow their eyes or mind to wander as much, which may ultimately blank creativity. So, I'd love to just like steal something, but it's hard to do because it's just the wording, right? So brainstorming is basically a synonym for creativity. That I can tell. So they are repeating themselves. So they're saying that the remote video conference may be less conducive. Conducive means supportive. Spell that right. Supportive, right? It's less supportive of brainstorming. It's not as good at creating brainstorming, about allowing it to happen and grow. So it's bad, right? Video conferencing may be bad for brainstorming. So we kind of want to say the same thing here, right? They're staring at the speaker and don't allow their minds or mind to wander, which may ultimately be bad for creativity. Well, let's just use the connotation. Recommend is a positive word. Construct is a positive word. Criticize and impede are bad. So already, I don't love A and D, right? And we can plug them in and make sure it may ultimately recommend creativity. No, because again, they're not being creative or brainstorming because they're staring at their own image. So that doesn't make any sense. I don't know how you would construct creativity. That's not even a phrase that makes sense to me. So it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, let's just say construct is a synonym for build. You can maybe build creativity, but no, again, they're not being creative because their brain isn't wandering. It's focused on their image. Now, criticize doesn't make sense either because it's not like a person is criticizing creativity. We want creativity. We want to do it, but something's getting in the way. And that's exactly what impede means. Impede means to block. So the staring at the screen is blocking creativity. It's bad for it. It's not letting it happen. It's not conducive. It's not letting it grow. So you see how we're kind of orbiting around the same basic idea here. But I do think it's useful to notice that this whole passage is just the same idea twice, right? It's less conducive to brainstorming is a very clear way of repeating the idea that it impedes creativity. They're using different words. That's kind of the whole game here, but that's the way that a lot of these passages are built. So try to look for those moments because that can really help you clarify what you're looking for in the blank. And so remember too, when you plug something in the blank, it does not need to be itself very creative, right? Like be bad for is not that clever of an idea to put in there, but it captures the meaning. It lets me sort through the choices. So don't waste time trying to be clever about finding the best dumb summary for that blank. If something comes up, great. If not, go to the choices. But even something as simple as connotations can at least get rid of two choices sometimes. So that's a good place to start. And then you can figure out from there what the specific things are that you're looking for.